Okay, good morning. I hope you're doing good. It is super early morning for me. I am going to sit far back from the camera today because I want to do some standing up stuff. And so this way you'll be able to see the whole of me. Forgot to put the countdown on Instagram last night, so I think people are going to be slow to show up this morning. But we'll go ahead and get started. I will open this up with the prayer for the morning. Give me 1 second. I used to automatically mute people when they got out of bed. So making me do it myself lately. All right. So here's our prayer for the morning. Blessed are you, O God, who created the world with a word, and who fashioned your people from dust and from delight. In our waking, may we know you, breathing in us, breathing through us, creating us anew with your longing and your love. Amen. That is for us this morning. Last week, we talked about, or we practiced with our eyes closed to see that in the dark, without light, without that sense, we could still really feel what was going on inside of us. And from what y'all said, it's pretty powerful practice for you, and I'm so happy about that. I think that it was really powerful for me, even though I opened my eyes while I was doing the video. But I'm really glad that it was powerful for you. Today, we're doing something a little bit similar in that we're going to be going through and finding beauty in all the parts of us. Today's chapter from the book comes from her book of Eve in the Sanctuary of Women, called Shining Like the Sun. For a while, I've had a sneaking suspicion that on those occasions when we're tempted to hide ourselves, to turn our eyes from the world around us, it's not because it's so terrible, but because it's so stunning. I once commented to someone that I thought it was a wonder that anyone makes it through life sober. Even with its pain, its brokenness, its terrors, the world that God wrought is astounding. It should come as no surprise that so many of us look for ways to turn down the volume, to insulate ourselves from the impact. It's too much to take in. Genesis tells us that after Eve and Adam ate the fruit, then the eyes of both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together to make loincloths for themselves. Many have read this and assumed Eve and Adam did this because they felt shame. What if it wasn't their shame that drove them to garb themselves, but rather their beauty? What if seeing each other with eyes wide open was too overwhelming to bear? To fully see and be seen is dazzling and fearsome. Adam tells God, after all, I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. To see Eve and Adam, to see as Eve and Adam did after their eyes were opened is difficult to sustain. Thomas Merton once wrote, there's no way of telling people that they are all walking around shining like the sun. Yet, as he knew, to make the attempt is part of our wondrous and terrible vocation. We are called in this broken world to open ourselves to the beauty that persists and to allow ourselves to be seen and to be stunned. May you move through this day with eyes open to God, who shines like the sun within and around you. So that today is our practice. I fully am of the thought that in order for you to have eyes wide open to the beauty of God's creation around you, that you first have to have your eyes wide open to the beauty of God's creation within you. So that is what we are going to do today. If you want to get comfortable on your mat, we're going to just start with some breathing like we usually do. So get comfy. I have a cough. So get as comfortable as you can. I apologize if I cough in your ear. We're just going to fill up this breath into the nose, excuse me, and out through the nose or out through the mouth. Whatever feels good for you today. Good. And like we do for most of our practices, we are going to just walk through our bodies, and we're going to check in there, but also just see what we find there. If we can find beauty of God's creation there. And we're going to start from the ground up, from where we're rooted on all the way up to our bodies. So you have two options. You can stay seated and just put your feet out in front of you. That's totally fine. I'm going to stand up today. I feel like my body needs a little standing time, so that's what I'm going to do. It's totally up to you. You're the boss. It's your body. You do whatever you need to do. Okay, so I'm just going to start standing. I'm going to wiggle my toes. See what it feels like to come forward to my toes and back to my heels. Can I ground my feet here? Can I feel the earth? And as I pay attention and as I feel the ground beneath me, can I find beauty in my feet? So maybe you're somebody for whom your feet are beautiful. You love your feet. You have pride in them. That's awesome. What do you love most about the way your feet look? For some of us, finding beauty in your feet is a little bit harder. Feet are not my favorite. So what is beautiful about my feet? I think it's beautiful the way that they carry me through my days. There's beauty in the ways that they allow me to connect to the earth. Maybe there's beauty in your feet because someone you love rubs them for you. Just take a minute and find the beauty that exists in your feet. And if you cannot think of anything, you can borrow one of mine I just said, or you can say a little prayer and ask God to show you the beauty of your feet. There's beauty in all things. We're just going to go ahead and move up to our legs. Coming up to my tiptoes and then coming back down. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe that doesn't feel good to you. So maybe instead you'll just move your legs around. Especially if you're sitting down, maybe this is what you do. You just move your legs in a circle. For those of you who are looking to really get into your legs, you can stand with your feet a little bit more than a hip width apart with your toes pointing to the corners of your mat. And just lower yourself down. Good. Here's a place where you'll really feel your legs. Tuck your tailbone under and lift up through your core, through the top of your head. Yeah, if you want to, you can come back and forth, way back and forth. If you want to come, you can come up on your toes. Bring your toes back down. Whatever helps you really feel your legs for this part. And then I want you to find something beautiful about your legs. Good. For me, I love the length of my legs. I love how strong they are. Especially in this position, I can feel how strong they are. I love how they hold me up. I love how they carry me. I love how they let me run. I think that they have beauty in them that is intrinsic and extrinsic. Love that they're shaking right now. What do you love about your legs? What is beautiful about them? I'm going to straighten and bend to touch my toes here because that's what my legs just told me they needed. Maybe you need that. Feel free to do whatever helps you to feel and experience your legs right now and to see their beauty. Maybe you've always hated your legs. Maybe when you look at your legs, you just see like veins, or you see cellulite in your thighs. What I'm asking you to do today is to acknowledge that that is what you have seen. But maybe what you've missed is something beautiful. Something intrinsically or extrinsically beautiful about your legs. Oh, I'm gonna roll all the way up. You join me. Swing my hips around. As I swing my hips around, I'm using my core to stay tight so that the feeling stays here, right in my hips. Ooh. And as you're feeling your hips, we're going to find something beautiful about our hips. Our hips happen to be a place where we store a lot of energy. If you want, you can toe heel your feet in. You take one foot cross in front of the other, pinky toes line up with one another, and then hinge forward for a nice deep hip stretch here. So as we're moving our hips, maybe you do love your hips. Maybe you're very curvy and that's your favorite. Maybe you're like, hips, what in the world is there to love about hips? Maybe you can just bring the idea of beauty to your hips. So maybe you can just bring your thoughts and your acknowledgement to your hips here. And then you can bring thoughts of beauty to your hips. Yeah. If you're on the ground, if you stay seated, where you can stack one leg on top of the other, knees and ankles lining up, that'll really help you feel into your hips. You can come on the other side. I can't. I hurt my ankle the other day, so you can go on the other side. Beautiful. If you want to lean over, cross legs, that'll help you feel into your hips. Just bringing thoughts of energy, beauty to your hips. Imagine it swirling around. Maybe it leaves a trail of flowers or something else you find to be very beautiful in your hips. Good. Next, we're coming to our bellies, and that is typically a really hard space for lots of women. For me, when I work in my belly space, a pose that really speaks to me or draws me deeper to my belly is child's pose. If you can think of, if you have another pose that you like to do that brings your awareness and your intention to your belly, you can do that. For child's pose, big toes come together, hips, knees come hip width apart, hips and heels, and you stretch forward. And in this pose, you can feel your belly as it expands with your breath against your thighs. And put your forehead to the mat. I'm going to keep mine raised so I can keep talking to you, but you can relax fully into this pose. Think about your belly. What about your belly is beautiful? It's your womb space. So maybe if you are a mother, if you've given birth, that's what's beautiful. Beautiful because it's the place of life and nourishment. Maybe you have a longing to be a mother, so doesn't feel beautiful. What else is beautiful about it? The space that connects to your brain where you feel emotion in your body. That's beautiful. It's beautiful that your gut can tell you when situations are bad, when situations are good. Your womb space that helps you feel love in your body. Maybe you have a really strong core. Maybe that's your favorite part of your body. And it's strength that helps you, hold you up, helps keep you upright. Where's the beauty in your belly? Good. And when you're ready, we'll come up. Whoa, boss clear bud. When you're ready, we'll come back to the heart space. For me, for the heart space, I'm just going to open it up and take it back. And open. If you would like, you could lie down on your mat and put a pillow or a blanket under your ribs. Lift your heart space up. If you'd like something more intense, you can come up to standing on your knees and roll the arms back. Roll the heart space open like you're coming over a beach ball. In camel pose. Whatever feels right and good for opening your heart and finding the beauty in it. The beauty of your heart and how you love. The beauty in your heart, how you take care of people. The beauty in your heart is a gift from God. Imagine all that beauty in your heart is radiating out from you. It's radiating out from you like a big light. It's going to shine on anybody who you come in contact with. The beauty of your heart. Good. I'm going to roll my shoulders. You roll your shoulders. Maybe move your fingers and your hands, your arms. We'll take some big arm circles here and go back. Good. What is beautiful about your arm? Let's wrap our arms around ourselves and give us a big hug, huh? That's nice. Imagine the beauty of your hands and your arms. That beauty that allows you to be strong. Beauty that allows you to be soft. The beauty that allows you to make others feel loved and comforted. How beautiful are your arms. Good. And finally, keep hugging yourself if you want to. But finally, we're going to come to the crown of our head. What is the beauty in our thoughts? What is the beauty of our imagination? What is the beauty of our connection to God, to the rest of creation? The beauty and the power of the way we think, the way we think about ourselves, and the way we think about others. What is that beauty? Can we be thankful for it? Can you rest your thoughts on beauty as we finish our practice today? Breathing in and out. Thinking about the beauty all around us. The beauty within us. The beauty of our Creator, the source of all things. You're invited here to lie down, to finish our practice, to check in once more and remind yourself, where did you find beauty in your feet? Where did you find beauty in your legs? Where did you find beauty in your hips? Where did you find beauty in your belly? Where did you find beauty in your heart? Where did you find beauty in your arms? Where did you find beauty in your thoughts? Can you keep that beauty with you all day today? Write it down. Keep it close. Thank you for practicing with me today. I'm going to end this with the blessing of today's chapter. May you move through this day with eyes open to the God who shines like the sun within and around you. Keep that light of beauty shining in and around you today, sisters. Again, if you run into any questions, or if you want to talk about today's practice, you can find me on Instagram at Beautiful and Beloved, and we can talk deeper about anything that might have touched you today. Thank you for joining me again this morning. Namaste. And for those of you live, I'm going to hang out for just a little bit longer until this thing kicks me off.